So it's a warm day, and the bees in this hive are cooling the hive off a little bit. If you look, you can see the ones that are facing towards the hive. It's difficult to see through this viewfinder, like that one. And then his butt is facing away from, or her butt, facing away from the hive, and the wings are going. So that helps to cool off the hive. So that's what they're doing. But I just saw some robbing going on here. Normally that board that you see there, that gray board, isn't there. That's called an entrance reducer, and I put it in last week because it looked like there was some fighting going on. In other words, other bees trying to come in and steal their honey. So I'm going to see if I can find an example of that. You see two bees right on the edge. It looks like they're kissing each other. That's one bee that came in with nectar and is regurgitating to the other. And then that bee will go in the hive and regurgitate to another, and so forth and so on. And that adds enzymes into the nectar, and it helps in the process of creating honey. Here's another hive. I haven't really seen fighting in this one, but I put a different type of entrance reducer. And you can see they're forced to go in the crack there or in that little hole. And if you see any bees going on with big, looks like little tiny balls at the under their wings, those are pollen sacs on their legs. There's one, the bright yellow. Shoot, I'm going the wrong direction. Right there, she just went in. But anyway, so that's pollen from flowers, and they have these sacs on their legs. And the pollen is used to feed the brood, and it's also used as part of royal jelly. They need pollen to live. Okay, there was some just fighting, and they fell into the grass. So let me see if I found out that the electric fence works because I just got a shock. Let's see, let's look for leaf movement. Where am I looking? Where that stick is. Just off this. Do you see that leaf moving? Right there. I got it. So, there was a robber bee that came on, I call it the flight deck. I don't know what it's called. Where the bees land. The landing board, that's what it's called. And the guard bees immediately went to sting her, and they're fighting right now. They tumbled off, like 3 or 4 of them together. Oh, somebody just flew off now. I can't tell through the camera if that one is trying to sting another one. Can you see that? And there they tumbled somewhere else. So anyway, there's a good example of robbing taking place, and that'll happen when there's a dearth. In other words, when it's a dry time, the flowers aren't producing a lot of nectar, the bees are hungry, there's a lot of bees, so they'll go into another hive and try and rob from them. So the entrance reducers that I put in the hive limit how many bees can go in and out, and it just helps those guard bees to be able to stop them more readily. And it's not just honeybees. Sometimes you'll get wasps in there too. But there they are, cooling the hive off with their butts up in the air. And the foragers are coming in and out like they should be. I'm looking for a drone so you can just see a drone, but I don't see any. Drones are the males. And occasionally you'll see them coming in and out also, but they don't really forage.